Well, you could soon pay more for things like clothing from Temu or Shein, and that's because a major shipping loophole expired today. CNN's Brian Abel explains why you'll most likely pay more for what are typically considered low-cost goods.
The shipping loophole that expired 1 minute past midnight this morning was called the de minimis exemption. It allowed for shipments worth $800 or less, coming mostly from China or Hong Kong, to arrive in the U.S. duty-free. Customs and Border Protection says that's as many as 4 million packages a day. More than 80% of total U.S. e-commerce shipments in 2022 fell under this exemption. And it really paved the way for ultra-low-cost Chinese e-commerce sites to flourish here in the U.S. We are talking about places like Shein, Temu, and AliExpress. With the loophole gone now, and with President Donald Trump's baseline tariff of 120 or 145%, depending on the postal carrier, set to hit Chinese imports, we could see the cost of these cheap products more than double, giving way for many Americans to feel the effects of Trump's sweeping tariffs. 1.36 billion packages came to the U.S. under this now expired exemption over the last fiscal year. Here at the White House Thursday, Trump called the de minimis exemption a big scam and seemed to shrug off the impacts of it being gone.
Maybe the children will have $2 instead of $30, you know, and maybe the $2 will cost a couple of bucks more than they would normally. But we're not talking about something that we have to go out of our way.
It's not just the price points that may change significantly. Now these $800 or less packages, they're subject to inspections and paperwork, all time consuming, and it could slow down the arrival of your purchases if you still decide to buy. At the White House, Brian Abel reporting.